Hey, Stephen Seaweed. I'm Kenny Wardell.
I know.
We go way back, Stephen. We really do.
Don't tell everybody how far.
Well, it's like 4 decades.
Pretty much.
but we're old friends and old competitors, for that matter, too, for a long time here in the Bay Area radio scene. But on behalf of BAM Magazine and BAMMagazine.com, it is my esteemed pleasure to announce to the world that you are being inducted into the BAMMIES Walk of Fame.
Whoa! Oh my goodness! I didn't even know there was one, Kenny.
Yes, there is. There's a BAMMIES Walk of Fame in front of the Bill Graham Civic Auditorium, and you will be joining Bill Graham, Jerry Garcia, Carlos Santana, Metallica,
Wow.
Journey, Jefferson Airplane, Janis Joplin, and John Lee Hooker.
Oh my God!
You are the first disc jockey
Wow.
to be inducted into the BAMMIES Walk of Fame.
I am honored.
You are so deserving of this honor.
Oh, thank
And
you.
I'm so happy to show you, and this is yours here.
Look at
This
this.
is a BAMMIES poster from 1997, and it was when the first 3 inductees were inducted into the BAMMIES Walk of Fame.
Gotcha.
There's Bill Graham, Carlos Santana, and Jerry Garcia.
Love that.
And you will be right next to the Metallica plaque.
Fabulous.
So
my boys.
we think that that's really appropriate.
Yes.
Yeah. So congratulations on behalf of everybody from BAM, past and present.
Oh, you know, I've been a big fan of BAM for years. We used to do the BAMMIES backstage concerts and live broadcasts and stuff. So yeah, we go way back. I love that. Thank you so much. I'm really honored. This is great.
It's going to be thrilled, and we'll plan the ceremony so all the Bone listeners will be able to come out in front of the Bill Graham Civic Auditorium to join you for that induction. And I know there'll be a lot of celebrities, past and present, that will be there.
So we're going to have to go chop up some concrete, huh?
That's right. And we'll decide what the plaque looks like. You and your wife will help us design it. And we're really thrilled to have you as part of the Bay Area BAMMIES Walk of Fame.
I'm thrilled to be there. Thank you.
You
That is
got it.
just awesome. Yeah.
This is the plaques of the first 3.
Wow.
So that Bill Graham was first,
Look at that.
Carlos Santana was second, Jerry Garcia third, John Lee Hooker and Janis Joplin were
Love
4th and 5th.
Love it.
And so you're in pretty good company there.
Yes.
And like I said, you're the only disc jockey thus far to be inducted into the BAMMIES Walk of Fame.
You might be next, Kenny.
No, I don't think about that.
Hey guys, it's Yuzette Salazar, BAMMagazine.com. Very excited. We have a special guest today. Someone everybody knows and loves, Stephen Seaweed. Thank you for being here.
Hey, thanks, Yuzette. A full disclosure, of course, we used to work together many years ago.
We did, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm not dating either one of us, but I grew up listening to you, as did all my family and friends. So
You
I'm
just
a huge
did.
fan.
Hey, by the way, I want to thank
uh-huh.
you guys for putting me in the BAMMIES Walk of Fame a few years ago. That was such a great honor. I really appreciate it. I've been a big fan of the BAMMIES for many, many years. You know, as you remember, when I was at KRQR, I used to host the shows at, what was it, the Warfield and the San Francisco Civic?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've only been to a few of the shows back in the day, but yeah, I know you used to host it. Lobster used to help you host it as well. So yeah, I want to get to the award because you are the only DJ that has been awarded with the BAMMIES Walk of Fame. So you also just walked away from the mic just a few years ago. So I want to get into what you've been doing. So let's first start with your career. Then I want to talk about what you've been doing. And then I want to get to the Walk of Fame, okay? So let's talk about your career and what brought you to San Francisco or the Bay Area in general radio.
Well, I actually started in Carmel, California, and we used to listen to the original KSAN. Kenny knows all about that. And we kind of modeled ourselves after that station. It was kind of a free-form rock station in Carmel. And then lo and behold, when I left KLRB Carmel by the Seaweed, I went to work for KSAN. And the crazy thing is, I've actually worked at that station under 4 different formats.
Wow, that's amazing. Radio has such a turnaround that what sounds impossible is totally possible because it's probably going to happen.
Yep.
Okay, so then what about Weed Man? People called you Weed Man because you went by Stephen Seaweed. What brought you to the Seaweed part?
Well, here's the thing. Like I said, Carmel, the official name of the city is Carmel by the Sea. So I would say KLRB, Carmel by the Sea Weed. But you know, the thing about nicknames is you can't pick your own nickname. It's against the law. I mean, other people pick it for you. So people just started calling me Weed Man, Weed Boy, Weed Dude, whatever. So it's picked. I never called myself that, but everybody else did. It's pretty funny.
It's such a two references that we're already talking about a George Costanza thing. There was one episode on Seinfeld that he said in the boardroom that you can't pick your own name, your own nickname, and the other thing is that you went out on top, which is what George always said what to do. So then let's fast forward to San Francisco.
Yep.
What?
Well,
Where did you start in San Francisco?
I started at, like I said, the original KSAN.
Right.
And when they switched formats to country, don't tell anybody, but I actually did 2 country format shifts. I knew I was going to get fired, so I said, okay, whatever, you know. And so next up, I went to the wide spot on the dial, KFAT Radio in Gilroy, which is now pretty much KPIG Radio.
Oh
So I
yeah,
worked
I love KP.
there for a while. And when they went under, they became KWSS San Jose Top 40. And I remember this day vividly because I was on middays, and KFAT's kind of a funky station. I mean, they used to play Moose Turd Pie, for God's sake. But one day I'm on the air, and these 2 guys in suits walk in, and they were from the new station. Nobody paid any attention to them. They just kind of ignored them. And I said, hey, I want to keep working in radio if you guys got anything, blah, blah, blah. Next thing I know, I was doing overnights in San Jose after Kelly and Klein.
Oh,
And
fun.
then finally, I made my way to KRQR, where I spent many, many, many years there.
Mhm.
And then, of course, to 1077 The Bone, which is KSAN.
Voila.
Yep.
That's a
That was
trip.
it.
I remember, Stephen, when I came in, I was in college at the time and I was doing a term paper. I was a broadcasting student and I came into the studios at the Embarcadero, the 32nd floor, and I was actually interviewing the Lobster. You were in the other studio, but I remember thinking, I'm going to work here one day. And then one day I worked there.
Radio, just that easy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's that easy. One of the most difficult industries around these days, anyway. So let me ask about just being there at KRQR for all those years. Everyone knew you. Everyone grew up with you. What kinds of guests did you have that perhaps were memorable, either, you know, that were so fantastic, or the ones that were like pulling teeth? You know, some people, not necessarily that they're rude, they just maybe don't have a lot to say. So it's hard sometimes when you're trying to, you know, get an interview out of someone. What were your memorable ones?
Well, first of all, we created the world famous All Request Hot Lunch at Noon when I was at KRQR, and that lasted for many, many years. But the interviews were always fabulous. I remember David Lee Roth came in one time, and his handlers said in advance, you know what, he has to have exactly these headphones. You can't do this, you can't do that. He came in, he was the nicest guy on the planet, one of the best interviews I ever did.
Oh,
And,
wow.
by the way, his bandmate, Michael Anthony, we have the same birthday, June 20th.
Mhm.
He was also one of the best interviews I ever did. And of course, Sammy Hagar, who I had on there many times and who appeared at the BAMMIES many times. I remember a very memorable interview with Chris Isaac. He was a former BAMMIE winner too.
Mhm.
Uh, Metallica, interviewed them out at the Cow Palace while I was doing my show. And that was big fun too. So many, many interviews that kind of got me solidified in the radio biz when I was at KRQR. You're right, 32nd floor, Embarcadero 1.
Yep. I missed that building. What brought you to the decision to step away from radio?
Well, I've been doing it a long time, 44 years, but it was just kind of time, and the garage needed to be cleaned out. So it just had to happen.
Do you still have all your vinyls?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, I sell a lot of vinyl on eBay.
Oh,
Um, I hate to say it, but I was smart enough to save all that stuff from the 70s, and most of it is unplayed, so it's kind of easy to sell. So over there, you'll see a bunch of records sitting in a box. Those are ones that are listed on eBay right now. So I sell, a few every week. I don't
oh,
make a
I see.
fortune or anything, a few bucks here and there, but it's big fun. Yeah. So records, and I still play vinyl too, just for fun.
Well, vinyl has come back over the last few years. I mean, people are buying record players these days, and it's super interesting. Kids look at it and, what the heck is that? What's that disc?
Exactly. And you're absolutely right about it just going totally nuts. People are buying just in droves. I mean, I can attest to that because I sell it all the time. And I belong to a couple of groups too, so I check in with people all the time. But it's amazing how fast the turnaround happened, because you have to go over and flip over your record when the one side is done, unlike, of course, with digital. So yeah, it's just booming.
If people want to buy something from you, where can they find you on eBay?
Oh, Stephen, Steven underscore seaweed, like the stuff that floats in the ocean. There it is.
That's so cool. I love that. What have you been doing with your time? Because I know we've talked on and off, and I know you're outdoors. You're an outdoor man. So, what kinds of places have you been going to? You've been hanging out with your dogs. We won't say the name of your dogs, but you know.
Oh, you mean Henley and Callie?
Yeah, those guys.
My two golden retrievers. Yeah, I live in the Santa Cruz Mountains, and I've been here for a long, long time. So I ride my bike a lot. I try to get out, three times a week or so, just for fun. I have the two dogs. I have four cats, and I have seven chickens. So there's
Oh,
a lot to take care of. But
yeah.
let me tell you, the eggs are great.
My brother has chickens, and every time I go visit him, I'm so excited to go in the coop and pick the eggs and then go cook them up, and they are delicious.
Hey, you need to clean up the chicken poop too. Don't
Eh.
forget, Lizette.
It's just protein, is all it is. All right. Well, Stephen,
You're right.
yeah. Let's talk about it's such a great honor, you being the first and currently the only DJ to be honored on BAM Magazine's Walk of Fame. It's in front of the Bill Graham Civic Auditorium, downtown San Francisco. I've seen the footage from it, and I tear up when I watch it. And as I was watching you do the speech, I was tearing up. So I don't know how you got through it. But we have Kenny Wardell, who came in to your show, to the Bone, and told you what was happening. And you were stunned. Did you really not know it was going on?
No, no. Are you talking about Kenny Wardell, Mr. Bam Magazine himself?
That's right.
Yeah, no, it was
BAMMagazine.com.
very totally unexpected and totally appreciated too. I was so grateful when that happened. And that day was just wonderful with Sammy, and Dan Ashley was there too, of course, and a lot of the fans and stuff. And just such a beautiful plaque too. I've been to the city exactly twice since I've retired. And one time I went over and checked out the plaque, and it was still there. So
No one stole it. I mean,
so far, no.
yeah, right. I'll go check it next week. I'll let you know.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, a lot of other people, obviously, we mentioned a lot of them: Carlos Santana, Jerry Garcia, Metallica, Bill Graham, Janis Joplin, Sammy Hagar, all these, really superstars. I would just be floored if something like that happened to me. So you have to be so proud of yourself and, in your career.
Yeah, and don't forget, I think Green Day made an appearance at least once, and I know Huey Lewis was a regular fixture at the BAMMIES as well. But by the way, I really enjoyed doing those broadcasts. We got all dressed up in black tie and did a full broadcast of the entire thing on KRQR. So it was such big fun. Oh, we had a great time.
Would you consider that one of the highlights of your career?
Oh, no, absolutely. Yeah. My time in the 80s at KRQR was just really the best. It was.
Yeah. BAM Magazine, as we first knew it, was, something we could pick up and read, a magazine. And now we've switched to digital. And how do you feel about that?
Oh, I think it's the way to go. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Let's face it, not a lot of people read the newspaper anymore, but they sure get out their iPad or their iPhone or their phone and, watch and listen to stuff. So yeah, no, it's a perfect way to go. And the way the BAMMIES reunion is coming back, I think is awesome, bringing in a lot of new artists as well. And I look forward to the reunion that's coming up. I think it's going to be huge. I think the BAMMIES will rise again.
Absolutely. And what we're trying to do is sort of incorporate the younger folks and the older folks and everybody come together, because we all love music so much that we're really trying to bring in, R&B and rappers and, just everybody come together for the love of music. And I think BAMMagazine.com is really going to lead the way in doing that. So we're really looking forward to expanding our horizons at BAMMagazine.com.
Yeah, and good luck with that too. I think it's going to be fabulous.
Yeah, we might have to call you to come in and present an award to someone else.
You think? Okay.
All right, Stephen Seaweed, thank you so much for being here today. We really appreciate you. And I adore you. I have always loved you for so many years. And we worked together for a short period of time, but I enjoyed coming in and seeing your lovely face.
Oh, thanks so much, Yuzette. You make me feel like a big shot. And say hi to Kenny Wardell, Mr. BAM Magazine.
Yes, I will. Okay, I'll talk to you soon, all right?
Yep, absolutely. Over and out.
All right, bye, Stephen.
It's taken years to pick up where we left off in 2003 with the Journey plaque. And now we'll add a 9th and 10th plaque to the Walk of Fame. Let's hear it. Yeah.
Our honor inducting Stephen Seaweed, Bay Area Music, BAMMIES Walk of Fame.
Hey, by the way, same shirt, right there. Look at that. Awesome. Thank you very much.
Not fade away.
That is gorgeous. Hey, Ben, thank you very much. Ben Fong Torres is a guy that it's always made me look good over the years. I really appreciate the good words, Ben. Thank you very much. And thank you guys for coming today, too. And also the Lob Dude. I think the Lob Dude and I have worked more BAMMIES than maybe anybody but Sammy Hagar. Some of my favorite memories of the BAMMIES journey, of course, Greg Allman, Santana, Montrose, Eddie Money, Joe Satriani, Carlos, of course, Night Ranger, Metallica even, and of course Sammy, who's probably been to every one of the BAMMIES. Hey, you know what? Buck Owens even, you remember that? Buck Owens made an appearance at one of the BAMMIES a long time ago. But hopefully they'll be back. Anyway, thank you very much to Kenny and everybody at the BAMMIES. I know Sammy would agree with me too. The fans are the best thing that can happen to you, and I dedicate this honor right here to every one of you guys. Thank you so much. This is so cool. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am very proud to welcome to the BAMMIES Walk of Fame the Red Rocker, the one and only Sammy Hagar.
All right. Well, this is pretty cool, I must say. I don't have a speech written, of course, but I'll wing this thing like I do everything. So, first of all, I moved to San Francisco. The first time I came to San Francisco in 1967 in my little Volkswagen, a couple buddies, and we slept
in the car. We slept in the park, hung around the Haight-Ashbury district and all that. And after about 3 or 4 days of that, I just decided this is where I wanted to live and where I wanted to do whatever I was going to do. And eventually met Ronnie Montrose. We started a band, and it's just been great ever since. I mean, I could live anywhere in the world, and I travel the world, and this is where I call home. You know, I have other homes, but this is where I live, the Bay Area. My Bay Area Music Awards, my 7 that I have right in there with my Hall of Fame, my Grammy, my, you know, all those trophies. They sit right there with them and hold their own in my heart. So anyway, thank you. It's an honor to be here. And Stephen Seaweed and my wife, my family, my friends, Ben Fong Torres. Come on, man. We go back, brother. And my manager, Tom, and Hannah. Anyway, love to see all you people here. And thank you for showing up and being part of this. And thanks, everyone, for putting me in here.
There goes the last DJ who plays what he wants to play and says what he wants to say.